Aloha and welcome. If it's high noon, it is Uncle Richie live coming at you every single day. I do have a schedule coming up for the NFL season I'll tell you about. Nothing in stone, but I am trying to be more consistent. Most days will be noon Hawaiian time out here in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. I'm not going to tell you exactly where. If you know, you know. And one day you will know. Can't keep it secret forever. The secret's out anyway, but I don't want to be the guy putting it out there. I will let you know it is Hawaiian time, high noon, the spirit of sports. We're talking sports. We're talking life. Brought to you by notpods.com, coming soon. And my YouTube channel at notpods, one word. NOTPODS, notpods, because this is not a true podcast. This is live internet sports talk radio with Uncle Richie. You'll notice the screen is black when I do the Spirit of Sports show, which is my flagship show. I will have the black screen because this is radio. Great for the car, great for your commute. If you're driving around or you just want some background, you got the kids, you got some music, turn the music down, turn Uncle Richie up. This is my flagship station, my flagship show, The Spirit of Sports, based upon my endeavor in 2006, thespiritofsports.com, where I was podcasting out of our studio right up the street here almost 20 years ago. Whole different world back then. I would put down my podcast, record it to a DVD, email it to my friend in LA, and then she would put it on the website. So it's so much easier now. But to honor our failed attempt in 2006, not failed, I had a good time. I went across the whole country, did a sporting event every single day. I drove from Tillamook, Oregon to New York City, did a sporting event every single day and blogged it in September. So a lot of college football, pro football, Major League Baseball, whatever else I could find along the way. So, had a great experience. Got a bunch of interviews at the 2006 Tahoe Celebrity Golf Tournament. They're on a cassette somewhere. I got to figure out how to maybe send them in online. Got a bunch of famous athletes saying, you're listening to the Spirit of Sports. This is Michael Vick. This is Vince Coleman. This is David Akers, a bunch of them. So, got to work on all that. But yeah, if you'll notice the screen, that's why the screen is blank. This is not pods. This is not a traditional podcast. This is live internet radio. Can stream my shows for now. Once I get bigger, I might make it where you can only hear them live. So you got to tune in or tune out. Somebody else might be recording, but I don't think I'm going to have streams or just have streams forever. But I prefer if you're on live. I know nobody's listening right now, and you're not supposed to be. I have 54 subscriptions. It's been less than a month, so I feel good about that. This is a slow process. It's a snowball effect, grassroots. And I'm just here practicing my craft, being consistent. I will be live every single day. Join me for my 4 weekend. I'm going to go 6 hours a day, a 24-hour talkathon, divided into 4 separate Sundays. So weeks 1 through 4 of the NFL. I'm going to go 6 hours straight, starting at 6 a.m. Hawaiian time. 6 to noon, talking football, almost exclusively. Maybe have a little bit of Emalani. She usually comes over around 10. I do have a 6-year-old daughter. This will be my career. I'm doing this to make a lot of money down the road. I think it'll be free for about a year. I give myself 1 year. By next August, I will be charging a mere 51 cents a month. I will be asking. And if I can get 10,000 of you, of the whole world, what's that, like 0.0001%? If I can get just a micro percentage of the world to give me 51 cents a month, I will be doing really good. 100,000, I'll be well off. Get 1 million followers at 51 cents a month, I will make enough money for all my friends and family. So that is the goal. 51 cents, you say? Why, Uncle Richie? Why 51 cents? Because, and I say it every single day, I am so over the fucking $49.99. It's not $50 because you guys are dumbasses. You won't think it's $50 if we say it's $49.99. Psychological, psychobabble bullshit. I don't believe in it. That's why I'm going 51 cents. Going the other direction. And if I get, 6, 7, 8 digits, that 1 cent means a lot. Go straight to charity anyway. Once I make enough money, I'm giving it away. So I want to be able to have a comfortable life. I don't want to wear shoes on the golf course and vacation. It's the only time I ever want to wear shoes. I got my nice slippers if I go out to dinner. This is slipper land out here. Hawaii. So let's get into it. The Spirit of Sports flagship show. YouTube at NotPods. Notpods.com. I own, coming soon. It's going to take the effort. And I'm already putting in every waking moment. I'm putting into this. I'm studying. I'm practicing. I'm getting content, watching my shows. I love The Herd, Sports Center. First Things First, Nick Right / Wrong. Going to be following him all year. Broussard, Cynthia Freeland, and Colin Cowherd on one of my original shows. That's what he said. I'm going to be holding all these fuckers accountable when they make these bold predictions like the Jets are going to come in last in the AFC East. And, oh, look at me. The Pittsburgh's going to win the AFC North. Look at me. Nick Wright. I don't think even he can believe some. I'm going to go into this later, this prediction week. I don't think even he believes some of the shit he says. So that's one of my shows I'm excited about. Very excited about another of my original shows, Under the Hood, where I take all the money in Vegas on how much is on each team. And then when the referee goes under the hood to look at a play and they spend 4 minutes and they come out and it's obvious and you see both feet in and it's a touchdown and the whole world knows it. And they come and say, upon further review, the call is reverse, incomplete pass. Oh, that's funny because 80% of the money was on the Saints right there. And they just took a touchdown off the board for the Falcons. Imagine that. We're going to look at the correlation of shitty ass instant replay calls compared to the money in Vegas. Exciting times. I hope I don't have Chainsaw Jimmy coming knocking on my door. But if there's a correlation, and I can't imagine that there's not because there's just too much weird stuff going on. Tim Donaghy, 20 years ago, got busted fixing NBA games as a referee. Think it's just not happening? That's the future. That's the future, Spirit of Sports. That's the future, not pods. Let's talk about now. This is Tuesday, August 29th. A mere 9 days to kickoff. 9 days and 2 hours, almost exactly, till we have the Lions. Please just beat the Chiefs. Nick Wright's 20-0 will be done before it even starts. Chief Homer. So we have prediction week. We're going to talk about sad day, one of the saddest day in sports, really. Let me do the math. NFL cut day. And it used to be there was 2 or 3 different cuts. Now it just goes from 90 to 53. So what's that? That's 37 guys get cut. I mean, some have been cut already, but it's already happened by 10 a.m. this morning, 4 p.m. Eastern. So that means 2 hours ago, 37 times 32 equals 1,184 dreams were crushed. Quite a few of them will land other places, and there's a practice squads. That's 16 16 times 32. So there's 512. A third of them will make a practice squad. Some will get picked up, but you got to probably think about at least 300 of those guys will never put on pads again. So tough day for GMs and coaches. Tough day around the league. Kind of a sad day. Shattered dreams, but hey, not for long. That's the NFL. Average career lasts, 3.2 years. So good luck. And I went through the list. There's about 15, 20 guys that to me are somewhat surprising cuts and kind of prominent names. Colt McCoy is the very first one that stands out to me. Arizona Cardinals. So they're going with Clayton Tune, or Josh Dobbs, who's been there 1 week. They just cut their veteran guy that seems like he'd be at least good in the locker room, in the quarterback room. Apparently they don't want him. Andy Isabella for the Bills. He had a couple good years in Zona. I remember like a 98-yard touchdown catch. Jake Luton. I have to mention a Beaver. 2 Beavers got cut today, as well as Victor Bolden with Houston. So that's always sad. I did see a name. I just kind of have to laugh about it. Bumper Pool for the Panthers, cut. His mom actually named Mr. Pool. Master Pool. Let's name him Bumper. Bumper Pool. PJ Walker with the Bears. Alex Leatherwood, huge bust. First round pick with the Raiders, 4 years ago. Now he's cut by the Bears. Cade York with the Browns. Terrible rookie last year. Hit the 50-yarder in week 1 or 2. Had a great season until about 5 games left. Slumped. Terrible preseason, cut. Albert Okwuegbunam, surprise cut by the Broncos. I guess they'll stick with Troutman and Dolchich. Had a great last preseason game. I'm sure he'll end up somewhere. Denzel Mims, Lions, kind of a name. Kenyon Drake can't hold on with the Colts. He's looking for a job. Rashad Perryman also with the Colts. O.J. Howard, just a bust, 6 team. I thought that guy was going to be good. Somewhat of a surprise, Max Duggan with the Chargers from the NCAA championship game. I believe he was 5th round. Can't make the cut. And N'Keal Harry, the Vikings, just another bust. Give me that guy's size and skill. James Washington, ex-Pittsburgh, cut by the Saints. Also cut Brian Edwards, so it won't be the Carr to Edwards Raider combo. Running back James Robinson, a couple years ago, was like 3rd or 4th in the league, cut by the Giants, along with Jamison Crowder, been around forever. Ian Book's out on him, I guess. Philly cut him. Cade Warner, Kurt's kid, not a great camp. He's out. And Jake Fromm, NCAA champ a couple years ago. Done. It's tough life for these guys and about 1,100 more. Those are just some prominent names that I saw being cut. Moving on, let's go to prediction week. This is day 2 of prediction week. They're going to do 2 divisions a day. Nick Wright and Chris Broussard, 2 of the guys I'm following on my That's What He Said, which will be every Tuesday at noon. We'll put my picks and the 4 pros that I picked. Cynthia Freeland, I'm going to follow all their predictions all year. I have year-long ones we'll do at the end of the year, but then weekly. Cynthia Freeland, Nick Wright, Chris Broussard, and Colin Cowherd, mostly his Blazing 5. We're going to do percentages and keep track because these guys can just say anything and lead us astray. And we might even be listening and putting money on games that you guys are supposed to be the experts, and there's no ramifications. It's just you spew whatever out your ass and you're on to the next week. Not anymore. Uncle Richie's going to hold some people accountable. So, prediction week. It's going to be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. They do 2 divisions. And then Friday, they're going to do MVP, Rookie of the Year, Offensive, Defensive Player, Playoffs, Predictions, Playoff Teams, and Super Bowl. Yesterday, all our troubles seem so far away. You didn't know I'm here to stay. Oh, and this prediction week is prediction week. Lots of ammo. I got a whole page on Nick Wright already. What's some new ones? Oh, Mac Jones think Jets 7-10, last in the division. Baker keeps a QB job if Tampa Bay is good. Dolphins better than the Pats and the Jets. Russell Wilson cooked, done. Broncos bad. Diss on the Bills and Josh Allen all the time. Dalvin Cook and Breece Hall, not even elite, but maybe just average. We'll look at those at the end of the year. I'm excited for Mr. Nick Wright, also known as Mr. Nick Wrong in some circles. So we'll see what really happens. I'm going to keep year-long stats on all four of those. And under the hood, I'm really looking forward to. So yesterday was the AFC East and the NFC East. And you can listen to yesterday's show. Quick recap. Nick had AFC East, Miami, Bills, Pats, Jets last. Nick had NFC East, Dallas first, Philly, Giants, Washington. Broussard, AFC East, Bills first, Jets second, Dolphins third, Pats. NFC East, that was AFC. NFC East, Philly, Dallas, Washington, Giants. And RP, Uncle Richie, AFC East, Buffalo, Jets, Miami, Pats. Same as Broussard. NFC East, Philly, Dallas, Giants, Washington. That was 8/28 Monday. Prediction week, day 2, Tuesday, August 29th. NFC North, Mr. Nick Wright. First place, Packers. Second place, Lions. Look at me, cool guy. Just do something different. I'm calling your shit out, bro. Packers, second place, Lions. Third place, Vikings. Fourth place, Bears. Broussard goes Lions, Packers, Vikes, Bears. Uncle Richie has it a little different. I have the Lions first, Vikings second, Bears third. I got the Pack last. I got the Pack under. Yeah, I got the Pack under 7.5. That could change. I believe next Wednesday I will do my final revision of my over-under picks to Vegas and my division predictions. As of now, Packers to finish last. Moving on to the AFC North. Nick Wright. Oh, look at me, another one. Pittsburgh to win the North with the Bengals second, Ravens to miss the playoffs in third, and the Browns fourth. Ravens third. And he does. Did I miss something? Your conviction, your passion does not make it so. As Uncle Raz's mom used to say. I love that one. Your passion does not make it so. So Nick Wright, Pittsburgh first, Bengals second, Ravens third, Browns fourth. Brou, Chris Broussard, Ravens first, Bengals second, Pittsburgh third, Browns fourth, with Pittsburgh in the playoffs. Uncle Richie goes Cincy first, Ravens second, Pittsburgh third, Browns fourth. I believe I do have Pittsburgh in the playoffs. That'll be a different day. Yep. Last team in. Miami, Jets, and Denver out for Uncle Richie right now. Yeah. I think sometimes Nick Wright just says shit for shock effect. Hey, come look at me, how cool I am. I'm different than everybody. You can't believe it. Can't believe some of the shit he says. We'll see how it works out. And finally, on this Tuesday, August 29th, summer coming to a close. We are a mere 9 days away from Thursday night football, Lions at Chiefs. We are a mere 12 days away from a full slate, NFL Red Zone. Join Uncle Richie. I will be live 6 a.m. to noon. Weeks 1 through 4, 24-hour talkathon divided into 4 weeks. Very exciting. Walkathons, bikeathons, they ask for money and pledges. I'm just asking that you listen, and I'm just doing this to show you that I'm dedicated, and I will be asking for the mere 51 cents coming within a year. I don't know. If I'm all of a sudden hitting 5,000, I might ask halfway through the season. It's 51 cents, people. It's to help me and my kid and my friends give back to the community. I make enough money. I'll build a rec center. I'll build a Kauai Golf Institute. I'll build a shelter for the battered women. I will give all my money away. I just want to live comfortably and not have to wear shoes and not have to go to work today at 4:45. I have a great job, waiting tables. I bartended forever. Service industry has treated me so good, but I just want to be my own boss. I want to have my own schedule, and I don't want to wear shoes. That's the goal. I got some swag coming, t-shirts. I'm going to have just shoes with a little no thing through them. 2 quarters and a penny. The logo, the orange with the white. Got a bunch of great ideas. And hopefully, speaking of another great idea that we're going to go through is my survivor pool strategies. So yesterday, I went through weeks 1 through 4. We're going to go through week 5, 6, 7, and 8 this Tuesday, August 29th. The Spirit of Sports, brought to you by notpods.com, coming soon. And my YouTube channel at notpods, one word. Survivor pool, tricky. I'm in 2. I'm in a $25 with 6,000 in the pot. I guess there's what? 2,400 people, something like that. And I'm in one, 25,000 people, $100. So strategy is huge. I want to get crappy teams out of the way early. And if I'm out, then there's no more stress. I'm not using up the Chiefs and the Bills and the Bengals early. I'd rather have them, because these things, when 25 grand's on the line, when 6 grand is on the line, that's more and more stress as you go. I remember Eric Carroll, my good friend last year or 2, might have been 2 years ago. He saved the Bills. He was on week 12. There's only 100 guys left out of 300, 400, 500, whatever it was. He was down to like top 20 percentile, and he had saved the Bills against the Jets, and the Bills lost 10-3. And if there was 30 guys left, it took 20 of them out, or 25. Cut it down to 5 guys because 20 guys had saved for the Bills. To me, that's what you got to do. So I went with my first 4 weeks. Yesterday, it was either Washington at home for Zona or Minnesota home for Tampa, one of the two. Giants at Zona week 2. Dallas at Arizona, because I can see Dallas is folding week 3. And New Orleans at home for Tampa Bay week 4. So, and I decided to go with Minnesota home against Tampa. So my first 4 weeks, I use up the Vikings, the Giants, the Cowboys, and the Saints. Middle of the pack. Week 5, I'm looking at 5 decent games. Atlanta at home for Houston. Green Bay at Vegas. Philly at the Rams. Would rather not use Philly, so I usually scratch that one. Chicago at Washington. That's a possibility. Cincy at Zona. I always look who's playing Zona and Tampa. I don't want to use Cincy yet. I really like Atlanta, so I went with Atlanta at home against Houston week 5. You could play the first 8 weeks, whoever plays Tampa and Houston and Washington. These teams I think are just going to be not great. Who else? Yeah, Zona, Tampa, Houston, Vegas. So that's week 5. We'll go Atlanta. Week 6, Miami, home for Carolina. I don't see Carolina. Detroit at Tampa. Jacksonville, home for Indy. New Orleans at Houston. I already used New Orleans. And then the Rams at home against Arizona. At this stage in the game, I can't take the Rams because I just don't know. This is a preseason survivor pool. It will change after week 1 because you'll see what teams are a little bit. But my preseason survivor pool. Week 5, Atlanta. Week 6, it's either the Rams. I think I'm going to go Detroit. Detroit at Tampa. Week 7, I only had 3 games that I was really looking at. Bills at New England, Pittsburgh at the Rams, and Seattle home for Zona. And I think that's the gimme. Seattle. And week 8, I was looking at Bills at home for Tampa. Dallas, I already used them. Philly at Washington, rather save them. Carolina at home for Houston. Baltimore at Arizona. And I already used the Lions. So, Carolina, I'm going to leave that one up in the air for now. So, just less than halfway through the season, I will have used up Minnesota, New York Giants, Dallas, New Orleans, Atlanta, Detroit, Seattle, and most likely Carolina. That leaves me for the second half of the season. Baltimore, Cincy, Pittsburgh, Jacksonville, Buffalo, KC, Chargers, Philly, San Fran. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 solid teams. There we go. That's my survivor pool strategy for the 2023 season. As I said, all bets are out the window if certain teams by week 1, 2, 3, you get a feel for teams, even week 1. But I think for sure Minnesota at home for Tampa is my week 1 survivor pool. I'm saving save all the big boys for the second. If you get through week 8, then the stress starts. If you lose your $100, I'm not throwing any of the top 5, 6 teams in the first 6, 7, 8 weeks. That is my survivor pool strategy. I don't want to be stressed out over 25 grand and I have to use Chicago. So I think that's going to pretty much wrap up the day. I will let you know my schedule starting September 11th, which is the Monday after the first NFL games, and through the season. I'm going to have a set schedule. I'll also, there will be times when I come on at 6 p.m. just for the hell of it, some big news. I don't know how long the shows will be. I'm half hour minimum. I'm sure during the season there'll be an hour or two. I'm almost half hour today. But starting September 11th, 911. Hurricane Iniki and the World Trade Center. Monday at noon, the Spirit of Sports NFL recap and my original show Under the Hood, where we look at all those questionable replay calls and how they correlate with Las Vegas betting money. Tuesday at noon, that's what he said. I put my picks up against the 4-pack of pros and keep a season-long percentages and terrible. I'm going to keep the great picks, underdog style, and just the terrible takes that go terribly awry. And I'm going to have a percentage every week. What percent they're hitting, what percent they're missing, what percent of idiocy there is, myself included. Just like Colin Cowherd every Monday, where Colin was right, where Colin was wrong. Holds himself accountable. I really dig that. Wednesdays at noon, Talk Story with Uncle Raz. He's going to talk some of his stories. He's amazing life stories, life and death moments. 40-some years in Hawaii. And we're going to talk sports too. Just one of my best friends. Just love to have him on. And you'll be able to see us. Thursday, 3 p.m., got men's league golf. So before work, that'll be my picks with and without spreads. And I will keep my percentages every single week. See how Uncle Richie does. I think I'm good. Been a few years since I won my pick'em pool, so hopefully that'll change this year. Friday noon, miscellaneous show. Maybe to throw some NBA, maybe throw some NCAA football, maybe throw some baseball. Catch up on whatever. Catch up on the news, miscellaneous, Fridays at noon. Saturdays at noon, Spirit of Sports, we ramp up the NFL, injury reports, news, intriguing games, question marks, etc., etc., etc. All NFL, Saturdays at noon. And then Sunday, noon Hawaiian time, live with the Red Zone. I'll be calling the plays. I'll be following Scott Hansen. If you're on your drive, if you're going somewhere, put me on the radio. You'll see it's going to be a great time. That's going to wrap it up for this Tuesday, August 29th. I love you all. I love myself, as I do when we wrap it up every single day. I just ask it. Let's just be better. I'm working on it myself. Higher consciousness, less anger. Swallow the anger, give back love, and there's less anger in the world. Love yourself first and foremost, people. Then it's so much easier to love everyone else. Be kind, be forgiving. People are going through their shit. People aren't always as good as you are. And allow them that. Life is hard. Life is fragile. We don't know how long we're going to be here. We're all in this together. Just go out there and make a better world for yourself and for everyone else. And love each other as I love you. Each and every one of you. And thank you so much. Keep listening. Keep subscribing. Check out the website. I hope to have it up by kickoff Sunday the 10th. We'll do my best. If not, I will definitely be on YouTube at Not Pods every single day, usually high noon. And this is Uncle Richie signing off. Mahalo. Aloha. Ahuiho.